Hey guys, I'm in Burlington, Vermont right now, as you can totally tell. I like to wander, I like to hike, I like to loiter around, and this summer I'm going to be doing a road trip in the back of my car where for at least half the journey I will be sleeping in my car. This is a little dangerous. It's completely different from anything I've ever done. I'm going to be doing it solo as a woman. So I'll carry you around on that journey. I had originally planned on making the introductory video to this whole trip in Radford, Virginia, but I'm gonna be honest, I got a little too sleepy the night before my trip, so I unfortunately did not do that, but that's okay because this is day one here in Vermont, so I'm just gonna catch up now. To give you guys some background on how the trip has been so far, I left Sunday at 9 a.m. Originally, I was planning on leaving at 5 a.m., but I have ADHD and I did not account for that. So I did not leave at 5 a.m., which is all good. I got here at around 10 o'clock last night. I chit-chatted a little bit and then I just kind of hit the hay. Woke up this morning and it's been a fun day. The trip's being kind of started out on the easiest leg of the journey. I'm seeing one of my closest friends from childhood and I'll be here till Thursday. This part of the trip is kind of the easiest for me because I've done this drive a couple times more recently in the past year, so it's not too outside of my comfort zone. After this, I'll be going to Rhode Island, which will be fun because I've never really spent a significant amount of time in Rhode Island. I'm going to be visiting another person I know, and then after that we'll be kind of on our way to more of the western side of the United States, which I've never really spent any significant amount of time in. I've never been further west than Louisville, Kentucky. Hopefully I'll be able to hop in here and give y'all more updates and bring y'all along on this fun journey. All right, bye guys. It is Thursday and I'm still in Burlington, Vermont. No, it's Wednesday and I'm still in Burlington, Vermont. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster since I've been here. It has nothing to do with the people who live here. I've been visiting some friends, one of my childhood friends who I've known since the first day of kindergarten. They're absolutely spectacular. But plot twist, the guy I've been dating, we broke up on the phone last night, 2 days before I'm supposed to go visit him. So that means that I now have like 5 days of unaccounted plans. I figured it might be fun to go swim in the Great Lakes, maybe. We'll see if I do all that. I'm still brainstorming other ideas. I might stay here a little longer. It just really depends what I'm feeling. Right now, I don't feel like I want to drive tomorrow, but I might, just so I can like kickstart onto the real adventure. After I leave here and I start driving, that's going to be where I really start doing the stuff that I have not done before. I'm hopeful that I will do a lot of new stuff, talk to a lot of cool people, maybe hear some stories from people. A little concerned, a little worried about obviously my safety. I am traveling solo as a woman, so that's a little bit of a concern. But yeah, I guess this is one of those moments where you just kind of have to say YOLO. My boyfriend broke up with me and go do your own thing. Good thing is that I'm not too upset about it, which is good. I've been here a week and a day, and I think I'm going to leave tonight and just pull an all-night drive, hopefully to end up near Lake Michigan somewhere tomorrow, and maybe take a little swim. But yeah, right now we're sitting in front of Lake Champlain. What's wrong?
I'm giving a view.
Oh. What have I done since I've been here?
You went to Applebee's, you went to Chili's.
Yeah, so I went to my first Applebee's experience. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10, which for a chain, is all right. And we went to Chili's. I think my experience at Chili's may have been slightly better, but that's just because I had familiarity with Chili's before, and Chili's has watermelon like tea and lemonade, and I really like watermelon. What else did I try for the first time? I know I've tried several things.
Which one? I got two that I can't bring up.
First time getting peed on.
Then I stood up and accidentally peed on the floor. I don't remember it. I didn't notice it happened.
Yeah. Great time. Vermont's a pretty state, but I would say I probably enjoy more of the rural areas more. But that's also just kind of like the person I am. Hey guys, guess where I am? Cuba. Okay. All jokes aside, I'm in Cuba, upstate New York. So, not quite the country, but you know, it's the closest I'm probably gonna get in the near future. I've been driving for probably around 8 hours now. I got about 7.5 to go before I reach my next destination, which is Lake Michigan. So, I'm real excited to get there because pretty much every other country in the world calls their massive inland bodies of water a sea. For whatever reason, here in the United States, we call it a Great Lake. I am very excited to see a massive inland body of water, and I am going to swim in Lake Michigan, which I am incredibly excited for. As a Virginian, I've pretty much only ever seen the Atlantic. When I was really young, I went to the Gulf of Mexico once, but I pretty much have no memory of it. I'm going to also be driving through a time zone. Not sure which one. I forget which one I'm normally in. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. And now I'm going to be in the one that's next to it. Because I was looking at my GPS, and it said I was going to arrive at 1 a.m. And I was like, that makes no sense. I left at this morning. I should be arriving at around 2-ish. And then it clicks for me, oh shit, I'm going over a time zone. Makes sense. I like driving, but this is going to be the longest I have ever driven within a day, which is pretty interesting. Left Vermont this morning. I've been in New York for hours. Because New York is a bigger state than anybody gives it credit for. It is massive. I've been in the mountains for a while. I'm pretty sure that I'm still in Appalachia, or let me reiterate, I'm in Appalachia because it's the north. It's real pretty up here. I passed some wind turbines, I think that's what they're called, earlier. Those suckers are massive! Holy crap! I saw them spinning, and I've heard about birds and shit getting caught in them. Yeah, they do! I can see why. Those things are huge. I'm used to seeing massive solar panel fields, but I had never really seen not little wind turbines, but the big ones, that are almost kind of terrifying looking. If I was a bird, I'd be dead. Because I'd be cool, I'd fly too close to the sun, if you know what I mean. Pretty sure that during the daytime I'll still be able to see Lake Erie when I'm driving through. That'll be pretty cool. So that'll be my real first taste of a Great Lake. I'll probably listen to what is it called? The Edmund Fitzgerald song. Yeah, the one that makes grown men cry. Yeah, makes me feel real Midwestern when I listen to it. Nice time here in the Rust Belt. Not really experiencing the culture yet because I've been in my car, but the drivers up here, they know how to drive fast. I appreciate that. I don't drive too fast, Mom, though, if you're watching this. I don't go over 10 over unless everybody else is. So you don't have to worry about me getting pulled over. Plus, I don't want to get pulled over because a ticket would suck. But yeah, I'll check back in later. Hey, guys. Okay, so I crossing some train tracks. I just had one of the best experiences with some park rangers. I got to Indiana Dunes National Park, and initially I visited the visitor center. There is a state park and a national park. They are separate. I don't know why they do that, but they do. And I went to the national park office, and they had directed me to go somewhere to get a day pass, so that I could swim, because I told them, like, look, I'm from Virginia. I've never swam in a Great Lake, and I really want to swim in a Great Lake. They directed me to the national park entrance, like not the visitor center, but the actual entrance. And I got there. I'm talking to the lady at the thing, and she basically sends me back to that visitor center, and I'm running around. Like, I had initially couldn't even figure out where the national park entrance even was, because I'm sometimes mildly incompetent about reading signs. Wait, was that the way I was supposed to go? Perchance. They were asking me, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just go ahead and get the national park pass, because this is stressing me out, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to get the pass, and that way, if I don't have enough time to spend all the time I want here today, I'll just spend a little time here tomorrow, and that way I don't have to buy 2 separate passes, because, like, the national park pass is $80, and I was like, well, if I'm already going to use it twice, basically, while I'm just in Indiana, might as well. And they're asking me, they point to the board with all the things, and they say, well, do you qualify for any of these other things? And I'm looking at it, and let's look at it first. Sorry, I'm at a beach. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, what counts as a disability? And like, what kind of paperwork is necessary for it? Because I have ADHD and some other stuff that I know might count as a permanent disability by the government standards. Oh my, whoa. That looks like an ocean. That's crazy. Holy cow. I don't know where I'm freaking going. I'm just driving at this point. Back to my story. Oh my gosh. That is huge. I'm sorry. That's massive. I completely forgot my story now. I was there, and I was like, but I don't have, like, what kind of paperwork is necessary? And she basically pulls out this piece of paper that has, like, this write-up on it. She's like, read this. And I read it, and she's like, does this apply to you? And I say yes. And I could tell that they could tell I was kind of stressed and maybe not super, like, I had just been driving for hours, and, like, they couldn't see tears in my eyes, but maybe it was like a situation where they could tell, like, oh man, like, I feel bad for her. I said, but I don't have paperwork for it. And she goes, but does this apply to you? And I'm like, yes, but I don't have paperwork. And she pulls out another piece of paper. She's like, okay, well, we're gonna give you this. They gave me, this is a lifetime pass for a lifetime disability pass to get into all the national parks. And I'll never have to pay to get into a national park. And online they make it, they like show examples of what paperwork count. This lady, and honestly there was a boy there too, were so kind to me. I cannot explain how nice park rangers have ever been to me. Park rangers, honestly, are kind in a way that other people are not. Like, they're just there because I think they love nature. And they just want to be kind to everybody. Ooh, beach parking. Somebody just pulled out. Perfect. Man, and this place is packed. But I think they could tell that I wasn't trying to pull one over and get into parks for free for the rest of my life. Because they basically were like, does this apply to you? And I said yes, and they're like, okay, we're gonna give it to you. And after a stressful day like today, where not really much happened that was wrong, but I was running back and forth, confused in a place that I was not familiar with, just that little kindness from the park rangers honestly made my day and brought a tear to my eye. And now pretty much every other park I'll go to, I get to get into for free. And that means a lot. Shout out to those park rangers. I don't remember their names, but you guys are awesome. That is one big lake. The water is super clear. This is so cool. I've never been in a Great Lake. It's my baby's first time at the Great Lake. Oh, wow. I can't even see the other side. This is so big. It's so pretty. This is so cool.